Hello world, Son of the Soul here, ready to shine some light. How you feeling today? How you breathing today? I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, and I've been holding off on it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, now more than ever, this needs to be addressed. We need to address this right now. In the US, the election's coming up. Shit is about to hit the fan. And we need to understand something very, very important. Now, the media is very good at invoking people's emotions. In fact, the radio and the TV was first served as propaganda in the US. It was used for propaganda in the US, not for entertainment. Not for just random information, for propaganda. We need to understand this for a second. Which now coincides into the next thing. Listen. All lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter. That is universal law. It's not a statement. It's not a company. It's not an organization. It's not a nonprofit. It's not a movement. It's not a protest. It is universal law. All lives matter. Now listen very closely. How are you looking at this video right now? You either have a device in your hand, you're holding a laptop, iPad, iPod, whatever. You're holding a device in your hand. Did you invent it? If the answer is no, then that means somebody else invented it, right? Okay. We need to understand the next question. That person, are they the same race as you? Do they look like you? Are they the same color as you? If the answer is no, then what you're saying is that you benefit off of things that are coming from people who don't look like you, who may think different from you, who may have a different culture, a different background from your upbringing. That is our interconnectedness. We are all connected. That's why all lives matter. I'm going to go into the next statement. BLM is something that I do not support. I do not support BLM. You know why? Because what I'm getting from BLM is telling me that the only thing that goes wrong when it comes to us as human beings is always directed towards black people. And that is not the case. Slavery in the US. Slaves did not originate in the US. In fact, do you know what the word slave comes from? The origin name of slave is Slav. That's a set of group of people who live in Russia. Do you understand? The Slavs were in Russia. And guess what? They were Caucasian. So for me to sit here and look at the black culture as victims is the worst thing I can do for black people. I refuse to sit here and consider myself a victim. I refuse that. My perception is going to dictate whether I feel free or not. So when you're out there trying to prove a point by destroying people's businesses, property, when you're hurting people, when you're encouraging violence, you have no idea how much we are all connected, man. There were comments on people who destroyed the Gucci store on Fifth Ave in New York City, right? They're like, yeah, the CEO got money, the CEO rich. They can fix that, who cares? Somebody worked there. Somebody had a job there. Somebody paid bills with that shit. Somebody was taking care of their kids with that location. So you're directing it to the wrong people and you don't know who the fuck you're affecting. You don't know who you're affecting. That's fucked up. All lives matter. This is not a statement. This is not an organization. It is not a movement. This is universal law. The only reason why we're different colors is because it shows where our ancestral line is closest to the equator or not. The further we go, the lighter we get. The closer we are to the equator, the darker we are. That is it. That's geography. That's all that is. I'm not superior to somebody because I have an excess of melanin in my skin. No. Character, vibe, love trumps all. Character, love, vibe trumps all. I met people who look like me, who didn't have the character, who didn't have the vibe, who didn't have the love. And they showed me the opposite. Do you understand? So these traits, they do not discriminate. And I'm not going to use color as a waypoint to determine who has good character and who doesn't, because that is stupid. That's very stupid. It's very arrogant. It's time to wake up. Shit is about to hit the fan right now, right? It is time to wake up. Question everything. Why is the media getting me so amped up? Why every time I look at the news, I see something that I don't like? Why am I looking at the news? Why am I so invested at looking at the media? Why am I so invested in listening to somebody who we think that got information that we just decide to just accept just because they said it? Question everything. Do your research. Question everything. That is the definition of history, because history derives from his story. It means one perception. It means what we see is a perception, and that is not truth. Truth will have an infinite amount of angles geared towards it, not just one perception. So if you're on one side, then what you need to be questioning is, well, why am I over here? And why I don't like this side? Question everything, man. All lives matter.